So, I couldn't afford to get you a present. So, I got you this Vibestream. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Now, coming here, I forgot to bring my pop filter for my Blue Yeti. So I have to have the next best thing, which is this bag for my like this little carrying bag for my portable charger, like power bank. And I know it looks like it's like some weird ISIS execution video or something, and my Blue Yeti is the unfortunate victim, but I'll have to do for now. Hello, Rudy. How are you doing? Good. That's good. You excited for the new Hello Boss episode that's coming? I think it looks interesting. I also got a couple of merch things coming tomorrow, I think. I wonder if Luna's going to talk, and I hope so. Anything you've been listening to recently? Anything new? Anything interesting? Oh, yeah. Hair. Every time I go here, there's always little hairs on my finger. I don't know why, but. This weekend, backwashes. His happiness shall come first. Lift. How his happiness shall come first, even though we are suffering. And my name's on the back of that record, which isn't impressive. I just was one of the people that donated enough to get my name on the back as well. So, Live to Experience, Jerusalem, Texas Jerusalem Crossroads, and Kanye's Late Registration. That's cool. Those are all great albums. It's also, well, I don't know. I don't think it's really much of a competition with Live to Experience because that's their only album. But His Happiness Shall Come First, though, is my favorite Backwash album. And then Late Registration is my second favorite Kanye album. But like I said, we separate the art from the artist with Kanye because he is a fascist piece of shit. So, wait. It's two people watching. Hello, other person. How you doing? You've been listening to System of a Down, Seedless album, and also Black Midi Hellfire. That's awesome. Yeah, Hellfire is probably my second favorite album of last year. It's definitely my favorite Black Midi album. And don't steal this album. I actually been meaning to binge System of a Down's entire discography. I've heard some songs from Steal This album though, and I think I heard that a bunch of the members I don't know if it's just a bunch of them, but I know that some of the members consider it to be their best. But from the songs I heard, I don't know why they would think that. But who knows? Maybe if I listen to the whole album, it might change my perspective or something. I don't know. I just know it's generally considered to be their weakest. The only album I haven't listened to all the way through, I think, is Hypnotize and Steal This album, I think. We're listening to Mesmerize and Hypnotize. Oh, yeah, Mesmerize and Hypnotize. It's cool. I think Mesmerize is, well, I don't know. My second favorite is probably either their first album, System of a Down, or Mesmerize. Both of those albums are pretty good. I think I might like Mesmerize a bit more than their self-titled album. I think their self-titled album, I think, is arguably their most experimental. Oh, there's 4 people watching. A lot more than usual. You know, one thing, I always hate the way I look on camera when I'm at home. For some reason, when I'm here, I'm not trying to say I'm like a super good looking guy or something like that. I don't really think that, but I just, for some reason, I really like the way this setup looks when I'm here. I like it a lot more than when I'm home. Just, I don't know. It just looks better to me for some reason. So, any of you 2 people, the 3 people, the 2 of them that are not Rudy, anything you want to say? No, one person, one other person. Is there anything you want to talk about? Other person watching? Oh, I don't remember what I said about Oppenheimer when I saw it. I saw it a couple weeks ago. I might as well. I don't think I really ever discussed it and what I thought of it, but I thought Oppenheimer was pretty good. I'd probably rank it up with some of Christopher Nolan's best films. I wouldn't say it's as good as The Dark Knight or Memento, but I still thought it was pretty good. But one thing I always kind of thought about, I don't know if this is a hot take or an unpopular opinion. Maybe it's a common opinion of a lot of people. I'm not sure. But the bombing of Hiroshima, let me just say this. So obviously Japan back then, they were a fascist, far-right, imperial dictatorial regime, obviously back then. I barely come on stream because of time zone, but I can go on for a few minutes. Hey, Lucas, how you doing? That's cool. Where are you from? Australia or what? Or New Zealand or something? Ireland. Gotcha. Oh, actually, this might be a perfect thing. I actually really like to study countries by rankings and certain things, and one of the things I really like to study is wealth and by GDP per capita. And just so you guys know, I know that GDP per capita isn't a measurement of wealth or income. Its measurements will look similar to it. But is it true that it said that Ireland ranks as the richest country in the world by GDP per capita? Would you say that's true, or would you say it's just kind of overblown? Jealous, you got Scaring the Hose on vinyl. It was way too expensive for me to buy. Oh yeah, I'm glad I got it. I kind of wish I got the one that had the original cover on it though, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. What time is it right now in Ireland? Actually, I'm somewhat. I don't know if I have any Irish ancestry in me. I know I have mostly German ancestry, and then I also have Austrian and British. I think I might have a bit of Irish, but I'm not sure. 2 a.m. Oh, really? Whoa. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess that sounds about right. Yeah, there are some times where I can't fall asleep and I stay up until 2. Doesn't really happen quite as often anymore though. But I used to have really hard trouble sleeping, and I would, um, you know, it would be 2 a.m. and I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. But luckily, that doesn't really happen anymore though. But that kind of makes me think. I wonder if I don't know. Do you think you guys think I should probably do the streams earlier? I probably can't do them super early, but I don't know, like 8 p.m. or something. I don't know. That kind of makes me think other people in other countries around the world, they might. I mean, I don't really have a super big audience. I imagine most of my viewers probably come from. Well, there's probably a lot of viewers that come from the UK, and it's probably nighttime there. But I bet it's overwhelmingly from the United States, probably. Was listening to Bewitched by Sabrina the Teenage DJ, Mezzanine by Massive Attack, Bloom by Beach House. It's cool. I actually, what's funny is you mentioned DJ Sabrina the Teenage DJ is that happens to be hold on. What I just happened to be listening to this before I got onto the start of the stream. So it's 4 hours, but it's pretty good. And Mezzanine is one of my favorite electronic albums. And Bloom by Beach House, it's my favorite album they did. It's Bloom. Yeah, it does sound pretty good on vinyl. Mezzanine does. It's probably my favorite trip hop album, I had to say. Yeah, Mezzanine is great. I have it on vinyl. It's 4 people watching. Yeah. Oh yeah, Destiny's really good. Yeah, I mean, you probably if you have 4 hours to spare, it's pretty good and decently consistent for being 4 hours. So pretty good. You know that DJ Sabrina the Teenage DJ, according to Wikipedia, they're apparently a duo, and I did not know that. It's apparently a duo by two anonymous English musicians. Like for all we know, they could be. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's a clowncore scenario, and I don't know if you guys know what clowncore is, but they're like experimental rock, electronic, cyber grind, metal, all these different genre kind of fusions, and they're expected to be the members of one of them, a group called Nowhere named Lewis Cole, and the other one, some other person in another group. I forgot his name. And it's widely expected. I don't know because I don't know if people have really seen what these people look like. But they could be two musicians that people already know about. For all we know, who knows? You think Massive Attack are better than Portishead for me? Mezzanine is a more interesting dummy Portis. Yeah, I'd say I probably prefer Massive Attack too, but I feel like Portishead it might have a bit more of a consistent discography because Third is a really great album too, and so is their self-titled one. But Mezzanine definitely, in my opinion, blows all their albums out of the water. You're watching Blade Runner. You're gonna finish watching it. Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies. That movie's amazing. So, mention of my controversial take on Oppenheimer. So, like I said, yeah, Japan was a fascist state during World War II, obviously, and they did awful, awful things. Arguably almost as bad as what Germany did, and they targeted people from other Asian countries, like people from China and Korea and stuff like that. Like they would put them in concentration camps. They would like freeze their arms and rip their skins off their flesh with these, and did all these really horrible experiments on them and all this other stuff. Some of it is too graphic to really share here. There's a lot of raping involved too, but if you're bombing them, you're essentially bombing a bunch of innocent people that had nothing to do with it. So I personally kind of like to think that I can hate a country's government. I can't hate the people because you can't really say because I'm sure there's a lot of good people in countries that are horrible that are completely against what the country government's doing. But anyways, you listen to Beach House, literally the band that saved my life, just got Depression Jerry and finished most of the discography on vinyl. Oh yeah, I think Beach House is really good. I love their album Bloom. The vinyl's very expensive. I was thinking of getting the vinyl for it at one point, but it's very expensive. So fortunately, I did not get it. Depression Cherry, I don't think I listened to that all the way through, but I have heard some songs from it. I think I've seen the vinyl of it. Looks really cool though, where it's all fuzzy and stuff. I think I've seen pictures of it. Where would you rank Oppenheimer and Christopher Nolan's filmography? I'd probably put it third, if I had to say. I haven't seen all his films, but I've seen. Give me a second. Hold on. Hello? Okay. Why do you say that? All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Does the ringtone not ruin the song for you at some point if it's? Oh yeah, I love that ringtone. Does the ringtone not ruin the song for you at some point if it's on all the time? That's a good question. No, I don't know. I love Basketball Shoes. It's still probably my favorite song I've ever listened to, and I still love it just as much as when I first listened to it. There might be at some point where the phone goes off and I hear that little guitar riff, and it's like, uh, there's someone call. I don't know. It kind of annoys me sometimes when I get a call, especially if it's in a situation where I can't talk or something. Like if I'm in the shower and someone tries to call me, I'm like, oh, I'm in the shower. I have not seen Black Country New Road live. There was at one point I could have seen them along with Black Midi live, except they were in a place that was like 3 hours away from me there, so I couldn't do it, unfortunately. Next week, I'm gonna listen to Guevara's Morbid Vision re-recorded. That's cool. It's pretty. I think the re-recording is pretty good. Like I said, I think I prefer the recording of B style deviation though. But they did. I would love to see Black Country New Road live though, even though Isaac isn't in the group anymore, and even though they'll never perform Basketball Shoes again, and the songs are just going to be basically just going to be the same songs in the same order. I don't care as long as I get to see them live, and I like the songs anyways. I think Live at Bush Hall was a great live album anyway. So I booked tickets to see them in 2022. Then 3 days later, Isaac Wood announced he was leaving the band, and all the live shows got canceled. 1 year later, they announced the date, and I got to see him. It's cool. How were they? They played. Did they play all the same songs in the same order like they do at all their recent concerts? They were so good. They convinced my brother BCNR hater to love them. That's awesome. It's awesome. What's your favorite album they did? Just curious. They played all of Bush Hall and Nancy in the Night. There, it's cool. Yeah, I'd love to see them live. Another artist I'd love to see live is Sufjan Stevens, and my brother actually enjoys Sufjan Stevens a lot. My brother isn't really a big music person. Um, he's much more of a gaming person, but he listened to some of the stuff I played of Sufjan Stevens, and he really liked it. So Answer From Up There hit home for me. Yeah, Answer From Up There is fantastic. It's a masterpiece in my head. So I love Answer From Up There. And even my phone case, I don't know if this infamous phone case I have. So it's kind of turning white on one side from the holding it, I guess. Thank you. I got hair in my mouth. Ugh. Let me spit this out. I think I have hair in my mouth. Oh yeah, with the big hair. Wow, gross. How you doing? Oh. Yeah, I thought Utopia was pretty good. I'd say Rodeo is still probably my favorite album Travis Scott did, though. I had to say, I thought Utopia was pretty good. I probably wouldn't get the vinyl of it. I don't even have Rodeo on vinyl. Maybe I will at some point in the future. I don't know. But what was it? He's probably another one we got to separate the art from the artist, though, because of the crowd crush, the infamous crowd crush. What was I going to say? One other thing about that I guess I'll mention is, I was super disappointed when I got the box set for Black Country New Road. I still don't regret getting it. But when I listened to Ants from Up There, not Ants from Up There, I'm sorry. I listened to the live at Bush Hall version of Basketball Shoes, and I was so excited to get the live Queen Elizabeth Hall, South Beck Center, that part. I was so excited to listen to that, to hear Basketball Shoes on it, because I thought that the part with Isaac's scream and the choir on it sounded so good when I first saw the stream. And then when I hear it live, it's like super muffled out and you can barely hear him. And I was so disappointed. At first, I honestly thought that they put hair over the needle or something. They didn't put hair over the needle. But at first, I thought there was like hair on my needle, where there was something making it sound all muffled and weird. But it turns out that's just unfortunately what it sounded like, which sucks. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that happened, but fortunately it did. All right. I've heard that the live Bush Hall is pretty bad. Some people got okay pressings, but there's a big quality issue with vinyl and journal these days. Oh, depressing. I don't know. I think it sounds fine. I haven't noticed anything like horrible sounding. I wouldn't say it sounds amazing, but I think it sounds fine. What was your favorite album of 2022? Just curious. And then what's your favorite album of this year? Summer I've been drawing. Oh, I used to like to draw back when I was younger. I don't draw quite as much. It's interesting because I'm a geeky person that's been into several geeky things, and so when I was younger, I was into the Sonic fandom. Then later when I was a teen to early adult, I was in both the Homestuck and Brony fandom. And right now, I don't know if I'd say I'm in the Hell of a Boss fandom. I just really like the designs and the characters, especially Luna. But I still think like the writing could be a bit better. That's just me. All right, 2022 Ants from Up There. 2023 maybe Scaring the Host. Not sure. I've found. All right, my favorite of 2022 is easily Ants from Up There. My favorite of 2023 is Live at Bush Hall. And if you were to count a studio release, it would be 93696 by Liturgy for me. So. Oh. 2022 Dark Life by Death Dynamic Shroud was close second. Yeah. That album was pretty good. I'd say. Yeah. What is your first favorite death metal? Probably either Symbolic by Death or Contrastic by Contrastic, which is a death metal album. It's a death grind album, and I think it deserves more bigger following than it has. They're from the Czech Republic, and the cover has a picture of Ariel from Little Mermaid. You know, that actually might be my favorite death metal album is Contrastic by Contrastic. 2021 was sick too. Favorite was Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast, and then for the first time, and Cavalcade. My favorite album of 2021 was LP by JP Mafia. Mm-hmm. If you look back at my end of the year list for 2021, I put By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve, which is my second favorite of 2021 now. My favorite is LP by JP Mafia. You've been listening to LP online for so long without realizing it's not the proper version. Oh, really? Yeah, I think the offline version is a lot better just because it has Hazard Duty Pay, which is a fantastic song, and also I just think the offline version is a lot better. I think both of them are great though. I think. I listened to Offline a few months ago, whereas I've been bumping online since it came out in 2021. Yeah, Offline is definitely the superior version in my opinion. So. 2021 was a good year, and LP Offline is my number one favorite, especially By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Yeah, By the Time I Get to Phoenix is amazing. I did not get the Quideka vinyl. I did not. I did like his album. Sorry for. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's called. What is it called? Quideka. It's not Sorry for Dying. That's the name of the song. One of the songs on it. I didn't mean to haunt you. That's what it's called. Yeah. I did not get it. I do enjoy the album, but I probably don't like it enough to get it on vinyl though. I do enjoy the album though. I think. Well, I think I do enjoy the album. You still haven't listened to Injury Reserve. What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean? You said that you like the album By the Time I Get to Phoenix, though, right? Are you saying you haven't listened to their other releases, or what? Or maybe you haven't listened to the new By Storm song, which is amazing, called. Hold on. Oh shit! Sorry. New By Storm song, Double Trio, which is amazing. Yeah, it's but I didn't mean hot you. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ugh. I don't know why I coughed right there. It said the thing about the time I got to Phoenix being one of those favorites, not me. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm blind now. Silly me. Yeah, but you should definitely check out Injury Reserve. By the Time I Get to Phoenix is fantastic. And they also have a really good mixtape called Floss that's quite good too. They're actually gonna drop a box set tomorrow, but I'm not gonna get it because I don't think I want to spend $200, especially since I already have by the time I get the Phoenix on vinyl. So what is an artist that's underrated massively but has a really standalone sound? Well, let's see. So I think Contrastic does. I mean, I mentioned Contrastic earlier. Another one that I kind of think of is Heaven Pierce Her. It's another one I think has a unique sound. What isn't? There's also a group called Div Tech. It also I think has a really and Drum Corpse, another one, as well as it's Rabbit Junk and also the Shizit. It's another one. To look down my little thing. Oh, and another. Well, actually, I don't know. I think Murmur is pretty well known. So I mean, I wouldn't say well known, but I wouldn't really. I think they have a bit of a following though. Murmur, it's Murmure, like a French black metal act, mixes like ambient, industrial, and electronics with their music. I guess another one is I'd say Sutcliffe Dugan. They're one of my favorite. They're probably my favorite power electronics. Well, actually, I don't know. I'd say Lungu Ignota is probably my favorite power electronics artist. But they made my favorite power electronics album, which is called Relentless, which came out in 2019. It's my favorite album of 2019, but it's 4 hours long. Sutcliffe Dugan, Relentless, and then Sora, maybe I think Sora, kind of Japanese electronic artist. Pretty unique sound of their own. It isn't super well known. Oh, and then also another one is Maria and the Mirrors. It's another interesting one. It's kind of almost like a classic deconstructed club artist with a pretty unique of a sound that's different and not super well known. And Div Tech is really a group I really hope gets a bunch of like success and stuff later. Oh, and another one is Old, a group called Old. They're also quite unique, but they're not super well known. And also Igor is another one I think is very unique, but not super well known. And also Dream Crusher is another one. And maybe Dajkauda Falki, a Hungarian black metal band. And then Frontier, that's another one, Scottish metalcore band. Dajkauda Falki, I don't know if I call them black metal, but they're more like progressive and then avant-garde metal. Another one is oh, I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this right. It's Yi Yopi. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I don't know, but it's spelled Yuyouppe, and it's like a artist that uses Vocaloids for singing, like like Japanese Vocaloids, with those anime girl stuff like Hatsune Miku or something like that. He uses stuff like that, but then he uses like metal stuff over it, and it's really interesting. I like it a lot. Another one is Vladislav Delay. That's another one. It's a electronic artist from Finland. And Genghis Tron is another good one. Or Cybergrind, group from New York. I don't know if I'd say Ramla. I feel like Ramla is one of the most well known in power electronics, so I wouldn't really say them, even though they have a unique sound. I don't know. Maybe it's cheating if I said Sutcliffe Jugan because they're kind of classic power electronics in a way. Oh, and also Katera, Brazilian folk metal, avant-garde metal, one-man band from Brazil. Well, I said Brazilians, of course, they're from Brazil, but yeah, they have a unique sound of their own, very unique sound of their own. Oh, and also, another one is Violet Pony. It's a Violet Pony is like a um, and yes, it's MLP themed music. It is, but it's very good. She kind of like she has a really really interesting, unique way of singing, but also like she has a good voice. It's kind of auto tuned. I mean, her voice isn't perfect, but she has a good voice. But she kind of does like oh shit. She does stuff like R&B. There's like her new album has a bit of some metal elements, and most of her albums tell like one big story. But her music's very beautiful, singing's beautiful, and it's very very well produced. She has a really good album called Can Opener's Notebook Fish Whisperer that I really love. I think it's one of the more underrated albums of last year. I feel like if it probably would have gotten a lot more love if it didn't have an MLP theme. But one thing is, I think that kind of gives it a bit of a uniqueness to it. But she also has a very unique sound as well. So I like her music a lot. Another one is Kanzu, which is a Norwegian cyber metal, black metal band, unique sound. Another good one is Five Star Hotel, which is like a deconstructed club thing, electronic. It's a good, unique sound. Not super well known. I don't know if I'd say Cemetery and Ghost Mountain. I feel like Cemetery. I don't know. I just really like his collaborations with Ghost Mountain, but I feel like Cemetery is pretty well known. I think. Like there's even a bunch of memes of him. I'm pretty sure. So, but maybe Christoph de Babylone, breakcore artist from Germany. I like quite a lot. Has a very unique dark sound. I think it's quite unique, and also Hekra. Hekra is another good one. I really like Hekra a lot. He did a really different, interesting approach to metalcore with a kind of a video game theme. It's still very, very good, very entertaining. Just really, really interesting sound. And not super well known. Other one, I should say this F. It's just called F, like an F. Glitch electronic experimental artist, very underrated. It's kind of hard to get a hold of their music though, but it's very very good artist. And not super well known either. Oh, another good one. This is a great one. Blow Up from Ohio. Screamo, an electronic synth punk band. Not super well known, but very, very good. I love Blow Up. I think they're very unique and very, very underrated and have a very unique sound too. They definitely deserve a lot more attention than they get. And I don't know if I. Today is the Day is another good one. They have a really good album called Sadness Will Prevail. They're an avant-garde metal band from Nashville, Tennessee, um, and they have a very, very distinctive and just really unique mixtures on their album. Sadness Will Prevail. Just really, really good band. Very dark sounding and very edgy. Still quite good. Then another good one is Damer, a war metal band from Lebanon, which is has a very unique sound. Very, very heavy, but still quite good. Another good one is Pansonic, Finnish electronic group from, well, they did some duo from Finland, and they have a really good album called Kesta. It's 4 hours long. That's really good, but quite long, like I said. The other good one is Shining, and I mean the Norwegian band Shining. Norwegian avant-garde metal band from Norway. Well, obviously from Norway, if I said Norwegian. They mix electronics with their metal. It's very, very heavy. They have an album called Black Jazz. That's amazing. And another good one is Coca-Cola, which they have a really good long album called The Angel, the Demon. It's pretty underrated. Kind of has a geeky, more Undertale kind of theme with that album, but I still like it quite a lot. Then another good one is Phantom Smasher, which is James Plotkin from Old um, was in that. Um, and it's a cyber grind group. They kind of made an album that doesn't sound like anything else in the world, but it just sounds so good. It's a cyber grind album with some like extreme, brutal, progressive, avant-garde, just all over the place, crazy sounds, but it's very good, very distinctive, very unique sound, and very underrated. Another good one is Body Choke, which it's basically the two guys from Sutcliffe Jugan and then some other people. It's like an industrial rock, post-punk noise rock album. It's really good. They have a really good album called Cold River Songs. It's pretty underrated. Another one is a group called Trust, which is a future pop group from Canada, but I'd arguably say they're the most well known in future pop. But future pop, I think, is a pretty underrated genre of industrial. They have a really good album called TRST. Another underrated one is Thorns, Norwegian avant garde and a black metal band from Norway. Obviously, they're from Norway if I said Norwegian. They're very good, very unique sound, very spacey, futuristic sound. I like them a lot. Check them out. Their self-titled album, Thorns, is really good. I wouldn't say Lightning Bolt because I feel like Lightning Bolt is fairly well known. Then Traha, it's another good one. Black metal musician from Mexico, but he's kind of done all different sorts of genres, though. Um, but I really like his. He's most well known under the name. What is it called? Like Sadness. That's what the stage name he's most known for going under. But I really like his music under the name Traha, Trha. Very just really good, unique sound. Really different take on black metal with synths and all this other stuff. It's really cool. Oh, another really underrated one is a group called Ha or HAH, and they're from Monaco, and it's like a avant-garde metal band that mixes like cyber grind and digital hardcore with their music. I'm really glad I checked it out. I really think they deserve a big following later. And it's interesting they're from Monaco because barely anyone lives in Monaco. It stands for hardcore anal hydrogen. I did not know that. I just read that over here. But I really love their album Hypercut. They're great in my opinion. I think they're great. They're a very, very good band. I like them quite a lot. I think they deserve more attention, in my opinion. All right. She had number one on Rate Your Music earlier this year, and there were people annoyed it was number one and just put negative ratings on it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that happened, unfortunately, with her new album. Just Relentless Music. You're giving me so much stuff at once. I got some recommendations written down, not all of it. Oh, well, I'm sure you can look back at the video, write it all back down, though. Visitor really returns in the next Hell of a episode. Oh, yeah, I know. No, he does. And there's one thing some people pointed out that apparently like Blitz has like these white marks. You obviously know he has white marks on his face and all this other stuff. But apparently, when it shows him when he was younger, he was just all red. And apparently, Fizzaroli was like that too. And now it's showing that Fizzaroli also has white marks on him. So I don't know if there's something that happened to him because they used to be friends and now they're not. I don't know if it has something to do with. I feel like there's something that happened, like something that burned both of them, that led to something that led to them not liking each other anymore. I feel like, I don't know. That's just a thought. Who knows? I don't know. It's just something I'm kind of thinking of. And that's why he wears that face paint, I guess, is to hide the marks because his face is all white. From, I don't know, like burns or something. I don't know. Maybe not burns because apparently they fired and hurt him. I don't know. See ya ready? I'm assuming the episode is going to come this Saturday. I'm assuming I'll probably put up a thing saying the next episode's coming tomorrow or something. I'll probably do that. I'm assuming. Who knows? I'm just assuming. So, I think the new episode looks interesting, though. I'm hyped for it. Oh, one thing I should have said is I finished Hunter x Hunter. I forgot to say that. That's one thing I should have titled the stream is I finished Hunter x Hunter. So I finished it. Oh, well. And as this little hair falls on top of this thing, this white thing. But I'm going to keep the name. I'm going to keep the name as it is because I like the name. I also said it at the beginning, so I'm going to keep it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to listen to Texas Jerusalem Crossroads next week. You're going to listen to Mumers this weekend. That's awesome. Both great albums. It's Murmur. Hold on. I'll spell it out. It's like this. It's spelled like that. Thanks for listening to that. I hope you enjoy it. It's really good. I love it quite a lot. It's one of my favorite black metal albums. Yep. Also been playing more Resident Evil 4. I forgot to mention. That's another thing. All right. See you guys. See you in the next stream. Bye.